Welcome to this week's edition of GunWriterTV. I'm Mike Young, along with the co-host Lee Williams from the Herald-Tribune. This week we're talking about things that piss us off.
Yes, we are.
Okay.
Number one.
Number one is Facebook. We got groups dropping like flies out there because Facebook changed their terms of service to where you cannot sell privately owned firearms on their service anymore.
You can on your site.
From what I read, licensed dealers can still have their sites up and produce sales, but the private sector cannot, even though it's not illegal in the United States to sell a private sale.
Or Florida.
Yeah, I mean, it's not illegal yet, but they changed their terms of service. We agree to their terms of service. When you sign up for Facebook, you check that box saying you agree, and if it's against their terms of service, they're going to remove the posts.
This morning, MGT went dark.
Yeah, it's a shame. They had over 7,000 people on there, and it's a good core group of people on MGT, and it's just a shame because a lot of people bought and sold on that and the admins did a pretty good job of making sure there aren't any felons in the group, making sure there aren't any ne'er-do-wells in the group, and we did that in our group as well, and it's just a shame that Facebook has to come down and do this because it's not illegal.
Well, this morning I had our Crackerjack, the GunWriterTV research division, that would be Mrs. Williams, check to see what other kind of groups Facebook still allows. Right now there are a dozen groups, closed groups for Nazis. Mm-hmm. There are Ku Klux Klan closed groups.
Child molesters.
And NAMBLA has 10 closed groups where people, I'm guessing they're not exchanging firearms on those sites.
No, as long as they're not talking about firearms, those groups are going to be okay.
It's a bit hypocritical, to put it mildly.
It is.
One of the Klan websites one of the admins had a picture of a gun held against the president's head. I guess that's okay.
That's okay on Facebook.
Yeah.
But don't privately sell.
Don't sell that gun.
Firearm. No, don't do that.
Now this is the height of hypocrisy. I mean, I'm totally with you. It's their site, it's their rules. But I think it's time that some of these very popular gun sites matriculate away from Facebook if they're going to be, if that's the way they're going to be.
Let's make a new one called Gun Book.
Yeah. Although we could call it the Blue Gun Book.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Now MGR is still up.
MGR is still up. I took all the for sale posts down and then took it out of our terms of service, the rules of our own page. I took out all the selling of firearms and everything out there, and I asked anybody else that had something up for sale to please take it down if you want to remain as a group. So you can still discuss about guns. You can talk about guns. You just can't sell them. That's why everybody out there that's watching this, if you have a Facebook page, whenever you type in a status update or whatever, just type the word in gun at the end. That way it'll waste Facebook's time about looking for gun stuff, because every post that comes up will have gun, and it'll flood their
I had a
program.
great weekend at the beach. Gun.
Yeah. Hey, I'm eating over here at this great restaurant. Gun. Just do that.
Little civil disobedience.
Yeah, put AR-15 or AK-47 or something like that.
Put AK-47.
Nah, AR-15. No, but yeah, just put gun at the end of your post on every post you do. That's what I'm going to start doing.
Well, it's sad that 7,000 people, don't matter.
Yeah.
Facebook.
Well, more than that. I mean, it's more than MGR. I mean, you got Tampa Bay Gun Runners, or MGT. You got Tampa Bay Gun Runners. You have Southwest Florida Guns. I'm sure there's a bunch of Minnesota Gun and Accessories. There's just the groups that are around here, just to name a few. There's a ton of them.
Yeah.
And a lot of people are members of those groups. A lot of people are members of multiple groups.
And there's nothing illegal with a private sale.
Not yet. It's totally legal. What else pisses you off?
Well, my number two thing, I went to the gun show this weekend up in Palmetto, and it was a great show, chock full of people, great turnout. But I noticed this huge, every table had this cheap Chinese tactical gear. And it's flooding the market.
We call it Chi-Com gear.
Yeah, Chi-Com gear.
Yeah.
And I think for guys like you and me, we're not going to take one of these lasers or one of these little scopes and put it on a gun that we're going to rely upon in a defensive situation.
Right.
But we're pretty up on the gun world. And unfortunately, they're catering to the guys who walk into the gun show or the gals for the first time, and they see a nice, sexy-looking light and laser or a little red dot, and they're going to throw that on their gun. And when they need it most, it's going to fail.
Yeah.
It's going to fail.
Yeah.
These things are not made well. They're not capable of handling recoil.
Right.
They're worse than anything that's not on the gun. Better to rely on the iron sights; those are unlikely to fail, than this crap. And I've noticed the brand names have shifted every time there's a new brand name. It seems like a lot of this junk is probably all made in the same factory.
Yeah, it is, and it's just different names. The same manufacturer makes like NC Star. They may make stuff for Sightmark, or they may make stuff for some other brands out there. Now, I'm a Sightmark dealer and Burris dealer.
Burris is good.
Burris is good, but I still think they're made overseas. So we've tested some stuff in the past that is made in China,
and it works.
The new Black Spider optic. We tested it, and it worked.
It works because it's made by an American company. It's designed by an American company
and just manufactured
overseas. There's a big difference there.
Not everybody can afford the EOTech and the aim points and the Trigicons, but you're not going to get the same quality if you're not buying those brands.
If you have a question, these guys do more than just sell guns. Talk to your dealer.
We shoot them.
Talk to your dealer. Tell them what you're looking at. Bring it in. Make sure you got a quality device. Anything electric will fail.
If you're relying on it for your life, what's your life worth?
Exactly.
A Chi-Com Willie product or a good product?
And not everybody, like you said, not everybody can afford the stuff that the boys are carrying in Iraq and Afghanistan. But there are some that are cheaper without having to go the cheap Chi-Com way.
Yeah. Chi-Com really ticks me off sometimes. You see body armor or plate carriers, and that's your life you're messing with.
The magazine, I've been at training where a guy's magazines have just busted out of his chest rig because it was probably paid $35 for it, and it's cheap nylon.
So I hear campus carry might not be dead.
I don't know. I know right now, first of all, with the legislature, you can't count anything out until the gavel comes down at the final session. Anything is technically possible. But right now, a lot of weight is resting on the hands of Senator De La Portilla, who is a Republican from Miami who chairs the Senate Judiciary Committee. He has said he's not going to give open carry a hearing unless the bill is amended to include this great suggestion from the Florida Sheriff's Association for open carry, which doesn't allow you to open carry. So their alternative to open carry doesn't allow you to open carry. Which is insane. I mean, I know there's a lot of lately, and a little while back, there are a lot of open carry guys who became almost activists. Okay, they're open carrying just because they can. Just because they can. And I'm telling you, brother, I'm getting close to that point. I don't like open carry, but I totally support anybody's right to do it.
So when we going fishing?
Yeah, exactly. We might have to arrange a fishing trip. Get the rods and the reels and the OWBs. So contact your lawmakers. Campus carry may still have some life, although it was supposedly not going to get a hearing in front of Senator De La Portilla's committee. Open carry, who knows? All I got to say about open carry, it's working in 45 states.
Yeah, there isn't any, you don't hear it on the news, and you know it would hit the news. If somebody's open carrying and doing something stupid, and the gun went off, or they shot somebody, or something happened, you know that would make national news.
The dumbest excuse, the dumbest reason I've ever heard for opposing open carry has come from law enforcement, where they say, well, it's going to be difficult to spot the bad guys from the good guys. Hey, bad guys don't open carry because they don't want the attention.
They probably can't legally own a gun.
Exactly. They don't want the attention that having a exposed pistol will bring to them. So I don't think that's coming from the guys who are actually out there crushing crime. That's coming from a few sheriffs and senior law enforcement officials. The guys that are out there pushing a patrol car, they know that. They know the difference.
I'm pro freedom, man. I'm pro Second Amendment. I get it. I get the reason why people want to do it. I personally wouldn't do it. I can do it in my shop. Dave and I can both do it in our shop, but we don't do it. There are a lot of shops that do it. I don't have a problem with that. I just don't open carry, and I do when I'm hunting. And I had to carry the sidearm with me. I shot a hog once and I almost needed to use it because it wasn't dead. But I don't think I'd do it in public, but I'm for the freedom of anybody else that wants to do it if it becomes legal.
Well, and I like the fact that allows us to make the decision as opposed to government making that decision for us. Take this out.
Another good time here at GunWriterTV. God bless. Long live the Republic. Keep your powder dry and finish all your posts with Gun on Facebook.
Thank you very much, Gun.
Gun. Have a great day, Gun. Oh, shoot.